Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Tonight I've got a beer review from Samuel Adams out of Boston in the United States, of course, and it's a bottle of their Blonde Ambition. Blonde Ambition American craft beer by Samuel Adams, coming in at 4.5% ABV. There's really not a lot said on this bottle. It's simply described as ale. That is it. Blonde Ambition, 4.5% volume ale. The artwork is quite nice. You've got a few boats sailing across the sea there towards the horizon. It looks nice on the label. On the back it says next to nothing. Samuel Adams Blonde Ambition, 500ml bottle, 4.5% alcohol. Bottled and brewed in the UK by Shepherd Neame Limited, under license for Samuel Adams from Boston, blah blah blah. I can't even find ingredients on it. It's just got the same kind of thing but in different languages. It says very little. I picked this bottle up for £1 in my local Morrison's. And I haven't tried this one before, so I thought I'd go for it and see if it's any good, because I quite like Samuel Adams Boston Lager. I think that's quite a decent lager, one I regularly drink. So yeah, I thought I'd have a go on this Blonde Ambition. It's got a plain gold bottle cap, not particularly imaginative. So let's get this beer into a glass and see what we get. And hopefully, whoa, it's a lively one. Had to be, didn't it? Yeah, hopefully this beer is a bit better than the label suggests it might be. Got a very big citrusy aroma to it. Managed to spill a bit on the table, which is lovely. Yeah, big citrusy hit. Well, there it is, pretty much transparent. Decent enough levels of carbonation. See the bubbles rising up on the glass. It's got a 1.5 finger of white fluffy head on the top. Seems to be maintaining the head for the time being. Let's get the aroma. Lots of citrus. Honey. Straight away, lemon, honey. Bit of orange. Slight bit of hoppiness to it. Very subtle hoppy aroma, but lots of honey, lots of lemon. It smells very light. Let's get a taste. Cheers, guys. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah. Tastes a bit tastes like it's past its best, if I'm honest. Quite refreshing, quite watery. You're getting that citrus freshness at the beginning. There's lots of lemon. There is a slight sweetness to it. I said there was a bit of honey to the aroma. You're kind of getting that with the flavour as well. But then when that initial sort of citrusy, zesty, slight bit of honey sweetness goes, you're kind of left with a strange kind of slightly bitter, almost chemically taste to it. Yeah, it's not unpleasant, but all the flavour of it is right at the beginning of the palate. As soon as you taste it, you're getting that citrus, that honey sweetness. When it first hits your lips, you think this is quite a nice beer, and then this odd bitterness I'm getting. It's right slap bang in the middle of the tongue. It's not even towards the back. It doesn't fill up the rest of your mouth. It's right slap bang in the middle of my tongue right now. a slight bit of bitterness, and it's not a particularly nice bitterness. But it says absolutely nothing on the bottle in the way of ingredients that I can see anyway. I'm just trying to, oh, here we go. Contains barley malt. Is that it? I think that's literally all it says. And I can't even make out the date on the bottle. It says it's on the side of the neck, but I mean, I can hardly... If it is on there, they've hidden it well. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this was past its best or approaching its best, which is maybe why Morrison's are selling a great big 500ml bottle of Samuel Adams beer for £1. It's not unpleasant, but it's a bit disappointing, and I kind of get the feeling that it shouldn't taste like that, maybe. I don't know. There we go. Like I say, when you first start drinking it, it's moreish. It's got a really nice, fresh, citrusy, crisp, lagery kind of character to it. Really drinkable. And then you let it kind of savour for a little while. And then you get this strange bitterness, but it doesn't taste like a natural bitterness. It tastes like something's been added that's giving it a slightly off tasting, but I don't know, it's really hard to describe. I can't think of too many beers where I've had this. And come to think of it, that bitterness seems to be calming down. I wonder, maybe if it's maybe this beer is just starting to settle in the glass a little bit. That kind of bitterness is calming down. That particular last mouthfeel I just had, that bitterness didn't feel quite as strong. This is a strange one, this is. It's a very light, very refreshing golden ale. It's almost, it can almost be classed as a lager, this. If it was a lager, I'll tell you what, it would be better than a lot of other lagers that are available in shops. But all it says is it's an ale. Samuel Adams Blonde Ambition Ale. It's a golden ale, essentially. It looks like a lager, it smells like a lager, it kind of tastes like a lager. It's very much like refreshing, crisp, as you'd expect from a lager. It's got a lagery mouthfeel, it's quite watery, it's quite thin. The levels of carbonation on it are very good. It's not too gassy, it's not particularly uncomfortable, it's not filling me up. It's quite nice, but then that weird artificial tasting bitterness comes through. It just sits there at the top of your tongue for a while. And it's just not the most satisfying bitterness in the world. But it does seem to be calming down. Now I've had this bottle beer in the glass for a little while. It seems to be settling down. And perhaps wasn't as harsh as it was when I had the first mouthful. So if you kind of if that carries on, if the bitterness continues to go down, then essentially you've got excuse me, essentially you've got quite a easy drinking, not exactly complex lager as far as I'm concerned from Samuel Adams there. Yeah, I think maybe if they'd have branded it Blonde Ambition Lager, then I think it would have lived up to the name a little bit better. But they've gone with the ale thing, and it's not complex enough for me to be an ale. And I say, if that hoppiness continues to, that hoppy bitterness continues to die down, which it seems to be doing, it's maintaining a head though. It's got a bit of life to it. Not just because I'm shaking it up there, but it's quite It doesn't look the worst quality beer in the world. I don't know. I'm torn about it, really. It's confusing me, this beer. Like I say, is that citrus, honey note, sweetness. It's quite pleasant. I'm actually quite enjoying that bit. And then that strange artificial bitterness comes in again. I don't know. I'm going to wrap it up because I'm waffling now. I kind of split down the middle with this one. I'm not sure what it's trying to be. I don't think it's a particularly good golden ale, but I think it's a pretty good lager. And that hoppiness seems to be settling down. It's becoming a bit more of an enjoyable taste. I think I've kind of changed my opinion about it as this review's gone on. That hoppiness definitely seems to be toning itself down a bit. It's calming down. And you're kind of left with a kind of a slightly sweet, citrusy, refreshing, light tasting lager is the only way I'll describe it. And it's actually not bad. If you see past that strange hopping bitterness thing going on in the middle. I'm gonna give this a rating. I'm gonna base it on my last mouthful rather than my first mouthful. I'll have one more. I'll do one more. I mean, the fact I've drunk nearly all of it, I think it's probably the review enough. I'm quite enjoying it now. For £1 a bottle, that's probably not bad. Would I buy it again? I'm starting to think yes. If there's more in Morrison's for £1 next time I go in there, I might pick up a couple. I'm gonna give this score. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Samuel Adams Blonde Ambition, 7 out of 10. It's not a particularly good ale, but it is a good lager. But I don't think that's what they were trying to do. So, yeah. But I'm quite enjoying it now. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Mixed review. I do apologise. It's a strange one, this one. It's caught me off guard. 7 out of 10 for Samuel Adams Blonde Ambition. Available for £1 in my local Morrison's. I don't know if it's available for the same in yours, but have a look. It might you might enjoy it. You might enjoy it, you might not, but that's what it's all about, right? So 7 out of 10. Samuel Adams Blonde Ambition. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Let me know if you've had this one. Let me know what you're drinking. Thank you to those who've subscribed lately. Really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one, guys. Take care.